All right, so this is session 2. So on Tuesday this week, we did session 1 where we read 4 different sections of Hidden Figures, and then we just talked about it. We tried to find central ideas, social issues, and themes. If you remember, a central idea is a sentence that is the main idea about a topic. If you remember, a theme is a lesson. What lesson are we supposed to learn? And a social issue is a problem affecting a particular group of people, okay? So I want you to take a second. Tell me, do you like your book so far? So, well, if this will work. There, I'm just going to click this little arrow down there. So you have a little blue dot on your screen. You're going to tell me if you like it or you don't like it. And this is a little meter, so it'll let us know. Oh, okay. Most of us are towards the green thumb, so that's good news. I like to hear that or see that, I guess. All right, so today's goal, what we're going to do today is we are going to work on looking at a section that we've already read. So maybe it was a part in our book that talked about a war that was going on, or gave background information on the Holocaust, or gave background information about this condition that this person has, or gave background information on the family structure, or is just critical for us to learn about the person as a character. And you're going to go back and you're going to reread that section, and then we're going to push ourselves to find more. What more information can I learn from this? Is there more topics I can add? What else do I know? So we're going to try it with what we read yesterday or Tuesday called war work, okay? And one of the central ideas that we found with war work was that World War II brought more job opportunities and hope to Black men and women, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to reread it and think, what else can we get from this section? What other things can we get from this information? So here we go. So you guys have this set up. So as I read, you guys can type what other central ideas are you noticing, okay? Remember, a central idea is a topic, a sentence about the topic, okay? In the early 1940s, the United States government spread the word far and wide that it was hiring. Bulletins listing civil service jobs, non-military government jobs, plastered the walls at local post offices. And it was on a trip to the Farmville post office during the spring of 1943 that Dorothy saw a notice for the laundry job at Camp Pickett. But as she glanced over the other bulletins, the word mathematics caught her eye. She looked more closely and learned that a federal agency in Hampton, Virginia, was looking for women to fill a number of mathematical jobs at a facility specializing in the development of airplanes. Dorothy assumed the bulletin was meant for the eyes of the white, well-to-do students at the all-female state teachers college in Farmville. It never occurred to her that the Langley Memorial Aeronautical Lab would accept an application from an African-American woman. So go ahead and take a second, type in what other central ideas and information can we get from this text. Okay, so we had some great responses, so we're going to add some to our chart. So you guys need to get out your reading section and make sure that you are adding this to your chart from Tuesday, okay? What we're going to add is a few things that we found with your responses. We found that discrimination is a social issue that it talked about, treating people differently simply because of who they are, okay? So discrimination, we're adding to social issue, and we're going to add 2 more central ideas that you guys came up with. Speaking of discrimination, we said it was widespread. And then the other thing that we saw was that World War II brought more jobs for women, okay? So I'll give you a second to go ahead and add this to your chart from Tuesday. Okay, so now that we've added that to our chart, it's our turn to practice. So what you're going to do here in a minute is you guys are going to meet up with your partner, and I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And in this 10 minutes, you have to do 2 things. The first thing, look for a section that was important. So that was what we talked about at the beginning. Is it a section that talks about the background of your character or the family? Is it a section that talks about the background of a town? Is it a section that talks about a war that's going on? Is it a section that gives details about the Holocaust? Is it a section that gives details about perhaps the dad's struggle? Is it a section that gives details about how a certain person was feeling during a certain time? It should really be like 3-4 paragraphs. And you're going to reread and see, okay, what other information can I gain? Okay. So that is our task here. After those 10 minutes, we're going to come back together, talk for a second, spend a little bit more time reading independently and jotting, and then you will have homework tonight. So that's on the rest of the day. Okay. All right. Off you go.